abandoned properties. In the responses we received, candidates offered a wide range of strategies for addressing abandoned properties, most specifically stricter ordinance and stronger enforcement. Given the strengths and weaknesses of the existing abandoned property ordinances, what are the next steps as mayor that you would take to address this issue? And we start with you.
That's a good one, an important one, and one I've spoken about often. The first thing that has to happen as part of a clean city is that we must deal with abandoned properties. And to that end, this is how we do it. We need to work with our legislators again to increase fines and strengthen the laws for absentee landlords who pay taxes and sit on their properties and do nothing with them. Banks who are often overwhelmed just as we are, but held accountable for their property. When they're not working on them and they're foreclosed and abandoned, we will charge them every time we have to clean them up to help our city. We'll charge them, we'll expedite these charges and fines through the court system. We need our state legislators to assist us with absentee landlords. It is critical that we understand how that process works. And moving forward, give teachers and firefighters the opportunity to purchase these properties at a limited price, fix them up, and be mandated to live in them 10 years or more. That's how we go after abandoned properties. One step at a time, realistically, understanding our revenue base and understanding how the state legislators must partner with us to do it. Trenton deserves better. Many landlords purchase properties and sit on them.
When I first moved into, first of all, more than 1/5 of all the housing in Trenton are abandoned or houses that are left idle. When I first moved into Trenton, I tried to buy a foreclosed house that was at the asking price was half the market value that the previous owner paid for. Unfortunately, the bank wouldn't let it go. Why? Because they were receiving the mortgage interest, so it was easier for them just to keep the dollar for dollar mortgage payment than letting it go at a foreclosed price. And as a result, that house sat abandoned. It also became dilapidated, and then needed a new roof and a new porch. When the city should be doing enforcement on the banks. After all, you rob them because that's where they have the money. They should be the ones that should be strictly enforced against. If they want to sit on a property, they should have to upkeep them. The other thing is that the Christie administration gave the city $11 million for demolition. Unfortunately, the requirement by DCA, or the Housing Mortgage Finance Association agency, put in a cap of $25,000 to tear down a home out of that $11 million. Unfortunately, the cost of demolition and stabilizing the neighbor's property exceeds the $25,000, which Trenton doesn't have to put in. We have to work with the state to lift that cap so that we can adequately tear down abandoned properties. And then also prioritize. We already took an inventory of the abandoned properties. Now we need to implement prioritizing.
Thank you. Back